Gokuldham Society was always brimming with life, a close-knit community where every member played an important role. Tarak Mehta often called it a mini India, a place where diverse personalities lived in harmony. On any given day, one could see Bhide enforcing society rules, Dr. Hathi encouraging healthy living, and Sodhi spreading cheer with his boisterous jokes. It was a place where laughter was abundant, and everyone stood by each other through thick and thin. But today, an unexpected event shook the usually joyful neighborhood. Jethalal, the ever-humorous owner of Garba Electronics, found himself in an unprecedented situation. It all began when a pair of police officers arrived at his shop with serious expressions. In a whirlwind of confusion, Jethalal was placed in handcuffs and accused of committing a grave mistake. His panicked protests echoed through the streets as society members gathered to understand what was happening. Soon, Jethalal was presented in court where the tension was palpable. The usually carefree man now wore a nervous expression as he stood before the stern judge. The courtroom was packed with Gokuldham residents, each bringing their unique reactions, some visibly worried, others whispering among themselves. The prosecution presented their case, accusing Jethalal of an unacceptable deed, while Jethalal himself pleaded innocence, claiming it was all a misunderstanding. As the trial unfolded, the society members took turns sharing their perspectives. Bhide, ever the stickler for rules, presented a detailed account of Jethalal's past misadventures, much to everyone's amusement. Daya, Jethalal's loyal wife, tried to defend her husband but couldn't resist breaking into a spontaneous garba step, which lightened the mood. Even Tapu Sena, Jethalal's mischievous son, and his friends passionately vouched for his innocence. Through a series of flashbacks, the real story began to unravel. It turned out that a misunderstanding involving Baga and Natu Kaka had spiraled out of control. A wrong delivery from Garba Electronics and a missing receipt had led to Jethalal's arrest. As the pieces of the puzzle fell into place, the courtroom atmosphere shifted from tension to laughter. Finally, the judge delivered the verdict. "Jethalal Garba, you are free to go," he announced, his voice carrying both authority and humor. The courtroom erupted in cheers as the judge added a playful warning. "But next time, think before you act." Jethalal, relieved and overwhelmed, folded his hands and thanked everyone for their support. Back at Gokuldham Society, the residents gathered to celebrate Jethalal's freedom. The air was filled with laughter and joy as Jethalal humorously recounted his courtroom ordeal. Daya, in her usual exuberance, led a lively garba dance, and everyone joined in, celebrating not just Jethalal's release, but also the strength of their community. As the night drew to a close, Tarak Mehta reflected on the day's events. With his characteristic wit and wisdom, he reminded everyone that life in Gokuldham was a roller coaster of emotions, filled with challenges, laughter, and unwavering unity. And so another memorable day ended in Gokuldham, leaving behind stories to cherish and a stronger bond among its residents.